On behalf of the Australia Awards Alumni Association Sri Lanka, it's my pleasure to warmly welcome all of you to the inaugural session of our Alumni Talk Series. So my name is Jeevani Fernando. I'm the organizing secretary of SLAAAA. So the Australia Awards Alumni Association of Sri Lanka has initiated this Alumni Talk Series to create a platform for knowledge sharing, professional networking, and meaningful dialogue among alumni and professionals. So through these sessions, we hope to bring together experts and alumni to exchange ideas, share experiences, and discuss issues that are shaping our societies and economies today. We are pleased to announce that this series will be held on the third Thursday of every month, providing a regular opportunity for learning and engagement within our alumni community. So thank you all for joining us so enthusiastically for this very first session. So it's now my privilege to introduce our distinguished speaker for today's session. Our speaker, Mr. Ismail Aziz, our alumni, is a highly respected corporate trainer, management consultant, and a coach with more than 25 years of experience across the private sector and non-governmental sectors. His contribution to professional development is truly remarkable. He has facilitated more than 900 workshops, training programs, moderation sessions, and strategic planning workshops. So I'm sure today's discussion will touch on many of the issues you have. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Ismail Aziz. Mr. Aziz, you could start. Yes.
Okay, is my screen visible? Or?
Not yet. Yes. The
Okay,
presentation is, we could see
presentation.
now.
You can see the presentation. Right. Okay, so let's start the discussion. I thought this could be an interactive discussion, and I would like to please ask people to interact with me. Uh, Let me quickly start with the key objective for today. I thought this could be a very short discussion, but though it's a short discussion, it will be thought provoking. One of the my first objective is to talk about how the development sector is evolving. What could be our challenges in the future? To understand that and also to explore into possibilities how we can collaboratively unlock innovative solutions as an alumni, as team members of this alumni. So these are the two objectives that I thought. Okay, let me move on to this. Yeah, when you see this picture, what comes to your mind? I have six pictures here: agriculture, food systems, research and innovation, AI and technology, community and social connections, family in a digital world, enterprise development, entrepreneurship development. Yeah, what comes to your mind? If you can share your thoughts, that will be great.
You could put in the chat as well. I could
Yes.
help. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. 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 Use chat box to type in as yeah. Are we getting any responses?
Yes. Someone has asked, you mean out of those six?
Yes, out
It's
of these.
Gopal.
Yeah, correct. That's
Yes.
right. That's right. Yeah, yeah, that's
Yes.
right. Yeah, I can see the chat.
Yeah.
What comes to your mind? Agriculture, food system is one of the priorities, as I understand. Yeah. So when we see development, what is important? What is the priority? So agriculture and food system. Can I also see responses from others as well?
No, it's just the agriculture and food systems.
Only one person. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Okay. And yeah, maybe people are typing. Let's wait for a while. Typing would take little time with their
Yes.
devices. Right. Any other responses? I'm waiting for your responses, please.
Maybe we could share the screen
All right.
again so that,
Okay. Okay. Yes.
yes,
Yes.
they could
Yes.
have, yeah.
Hmm.
So the question is, what we,
Comes to your
yeah.
mind when you see these pictures, and how do you connect that to the, like, when it comes to development? What is your priority? How do you see these? Any answer is the right answer. So people think about development in different angles, and of course, if somebody is in the development sector, they would see development in different ways, because generally we see private sector, public sector, and development sector as sectors. And also within the development sector, there are different pillars, there are different priorities. So people see these in different ways, right? So in this discussion, I'm going to talk about different aspects of development and how these changes, these are evolving as our priorities. On this picture, you see connections between different sectors or subsectors. For example, you see business, marketing, consumer behavior, economics, demand, supply, spending power, health sector, for example, community health, health behavior, needs. When you look at the finance as a subdomain, you see finance, accountancy, financial behavior, buying power, trust, ethics, then human resources, okay, again, labor market, people and culture, social behavior, how they are active in the economic activities, etc., governance, public policy, institutions, okay, systems, citizens' behavior, good governance, environmental sustainability, technology and AI. So when we talk about all these different sectors in different challenges, we see different sectors, different challenges, but one thing is common. One thing is common. Any guesses? Anything that you can guess? I mean, the answer is already there on the screen as well. It's all about human people. The common factor is people. So I'm just sharing this idea because someone from the private sector may wonder what is social science, what is all about this community development, what is all about this development sector. So the common factor here is people. So everything is done for people, and then we can we create a real development without understanding how people behave. So that is the question. So the dynamic, the community dynamic, how people behave, how decisions are made, how people respond to their different situations, right? So these are important for us to understand development, right? Um, I'm just talking about different aspects of development. So this is something that I thought that it'll be interesting for us. Uh, this is called the uh, digital blueprint digital blueprint, which actually has industry 4. You have digital public infrastructure, digital infrastructure. Then you have inclusion on the other hand, trust and governance on the other on another angle, policy, legalization, institutions, capacities or capabilities, capacity building, sustainability, different angles of development. And this is all about digital blueprint of a country. So how people look at digital world, and how these are connected to each other. It can be e-commerce, it can be mobile apps, all that is connected to this. So our economy, particularly digital economy, is growing, and it's at I think 1.3 billion right now. And when we look at that, it's a growing economy, meaning we see access to facilities, access to internet, access to different apps, including social media, right? Again, people love it. People like to be in connection with people. So that is also part of the development, isn't it? It's part of the community connection, part of their sharing, enjoyment, learning, etc. It's part of the economy, right? So we enjoy all that development. We are talking about development. Here we see internet landscape. It's about 13 million active users end of 2025. Good. Okay, so people see internet as a resource tool, so they use it, and it's a growth of 1.5 million from the previous year. So we have a rapid growth of internet landscape. People use online applications. There is a huge online population. Also, we see social media and social interaction. It's also again growing, right? And when it comes to ad penetration, when it comes to ad reach and growth, you see YouTube, Instagram, these are growing very rapidly. Again, these are part of development. Also, we see a different angle of development, and sometimes these developments are good for us, as well as sometimes these developments can alarm us in terms of our penetration and usage, right? This is one of those statistics. This is all about cyber security incidents. I'm not going to talk about cyber security. This is just example of development and how it impacts people. From 2018 to 2023, we see a larger number of incidents being reported. I mean, when it was to 2018, maybe we were not so sophisticated to record all this or report all these incidences, but we see 2,500 incidents altogether, 2,588 incidents altogether. This includes phishing, ransomware, scams, malicious software, financial fraud, website compromise, various different incidents. And particularly, we see social media related incidents. Again, that's about 2,500. Not very much. Not very much. But to see the changes with the development, we see it has been increasing, doubling from 2019 to 2020, multiple times. We had like 15,000. Okay, so again, if you see 2023, it's 20,000, 20,000, rapid growth. So as we improve, as we enjoy the benefits of technology, as we enjoy the benefits of all the development, we see another side of development, which is actually the negative impact on the community, on the people. Again, a similar one. This is 2024. We see a rapid growth in the incidents, and you see social media related incidents and hacked accounts. Okay, last couple of months we observe a lot of incidents related to WhatsApp compromising, asking for money, and only this year we have, I think the authorities have reported that more than 800 illegal I mean residences, like illegal visa compromises here in Sri Lanka, who have basically been part of all these different activities. Okay, so one angle we see development as a privilege, as an opportunity. Also, we see that's a curse, and that actually creates a negative impact. Right. Okay, so this is again a question. I don't know whether this can be again done through an interactive activity. A person like me, born in 1975, probably started working in 1995. Um, and another person born in 2000. They were gossiping, they were having a wonderful chat with each other. And my question is, um, what this person who born in 1975 started working in the development sector would be talking about, whereas a person who is futuristic, who talks about 2035 missions, the work, the development sector forecast, what would he be talking about? Again, two different generations, and a person who born in 2000, a tech savvy, okay, having a device on his hand. Okay, he maybe thinking of a different angle of development. So my question is, if you can use the chat box to share some ideas, what these two would be talking about in terms of development. Okay, let me look into the answers. Yep, waiting for the answers. Yeah. So sometimes people think about development from different angles, and also with the technology, they may think about different priorities. These are opportunities, and perhaps these are challenges as well. So this activity is an imagination of how these two people would be communicating, what they would be communicating. Waiting for the answers. I'm waiting for the answers. Please feel free to share whatever that comes to your mind. Why you are still not using technology for your work? Good, good, good. So the person who is modern with technology, he would be talking about the technological advancement, how they can use technology for the development sector. Right. Let's wait for a couple of other answers as well. You can unmute and talk as well. Yes. Thank you, Priyankika. Yeah, that answer sounds good. Yeah, people from this era, they are like always using the technology for the development, education, whatever it connects to their life. Yeah, AI can't replace experience. Definitely, yeah. AI can replace experience. 1995 would say. That's right. So the all the field level experiences, all the experience with writing notes, observations, okay, working with people, engaging communities, mobilizing people, okay, grassroots development, okay, various different terminologies. So these are PRA tools, something called PRA tools, participatory tools, etc. All these are sometimes wonderful experiences. Though people get into researchers, AI based working, and AI based tools to assess the situation, to do researchers, and to do assessments, etc. But still, the experience were different. I'm waiting for another answer, and let's move on with that. You can unmute and talk if possible. So it's a big difference. Yeah, I can see another answer. Yeah, we will trust face to face. 2000, but we would scale the trust with the technology. Okay, that is again another good answer, because face to face interaction, meeting people, talking, interacting with them, sharing their experiences, all that matters a lot when it comes to face to face interaction. So here, the purpose of development did not change. Okay, that person on the left side, who is an older person, experienced person from the era of 1995. He would say, we build schools, distributed resources, implemented projects, and submitted donor reports. Person on the right hand, he would say, I designed systems. Okay, maybe AI systems, chatbots, use AI, mobilize communities using social media. Okay, social media has become so powerful to mobilize people, mobilize ideas, measure impacts in real time, and solve complex problems. Okay, using technology, that's possible. So helping people and societies progress remain the same. All these remain same, but the tools, challenges, skills required have completely transformed. That's the difference. So we use different technology, different ideas here. Right. Let me now take you into another important aspect as we discuss about digital presence, the digital transformation tools, the digital platform, the digital economy, and all that. Uh, this is another recent reporting. 200 billion have been recovered during the period from 2000, 2025 January to April 2026. This is nothing but illicit drugs. Okay, 200 billion worth of illicit drug have been recovered by the authorities from the period January 2005 to April 2026. Almost almost one third of our GDP for the education. Again, over 230,000 school children in Colombo district addicted to drugs. These all these are recent information. So we see development, but we also see new challenges and new problems. Approximately 800 foreign nationals have been taken into custody in Sri Lanka for cyber-related financial crimes between January and late May 2026. During a very short period, they were here for a long, long time. Some sort of a development, some sort of economic advantage, some sort of benefit that they wanted to gain, and using the literacy level of people in this country. Okay, so they capitalize on the literacy level. They use different ways of approaching social engineering, etc., to capitalize on these and to earn money, take money out of the country. And very recent incident: 14-year-old boy arrested over death of a young sister in Eravur. This is nothing but a small argument that went into a situation of a death of the younger sister due to a quarrel, due to an argument for a device. Okay, so people enjoy devices, people enjoy all this technology. And another one, 56.7 increase in the poverty rate at the lower middle income line, which rose from 14% baseline in 2016 to an estimated 22.1% in 2025. Okay, so poverty has the recent indication that the poverty line has the poverty general poverty has increased in the country, though we have all these different developments, the infrastructure systems, etc. Poverty remains same, or it has increased. And this is a major incident that we heard. 22.5 million US dollar goes missing from the treasury. All this related to cybercrime. So this is all about development. This is all about the impact of development in another way. So we enjoy technology, we enjoy development, but still we see problems in different angles. In 95, 2015, the crime landscape was different. Okay, when you see the crime report, you see theft, robbery, physical fraud, document forgery, bribery to direct relationship, etc. But now it has changed completely into a different way or different system, that is identity theft, deepfake videos, AI generated scams, social engineering, online financial fraud, cyber harassment, data theft. All these are happening in the new era. So years back, people theft something, getting into the house, getting into the office, getting into the your handbag, right? Just physical interaction. Now these thefts are happening from a very far distance. Okay, from a very far distance, kilometers away from us, but they are getting into our house. They're getting into our identity or data. This is the change that we see in the present era. So development sector challenges are evolving. As we see with the technology, we advance in many ways, but also we see the aftermath of the development, which is basically different angles of challenges. Okay, let's quickly look at the history or maybe the connections between the problems here. This is historical triggers. For example, conflicts in the country. We had a prolonged conflict in the country. We thought this was one of the priorities in the development sector. Okay, conflict resolution. Okay, bringing harmony between communities. Peace talks. Okay, securing people from protecting people from unexpected problems, attacks. Social baseline, if you see the demographic situation, economic situation, and then we can also connect that to physical baseline, geography, climate. Let me explain that in detail. So connecting all that, we see the impact of development, impact on the development. Okay, so we see how vulnerability or how people are becoming vulnerable due to various situations. It can be man-made or it can be natural disasters. Very interestingly, we see people from the upcountry, they migrated because due to the fact they felt that they were not looked after. Okay, there were discrimination. They thought this is discrimination. Yes, of course there were discrimination as well. So due to these issues, they started migrating. Okay, could be urban migration for the employment, or maybe they are migrating to other countries, or they are looking for different pastures in terms of their careers. Okay, plantation sector wasn't so attractive for them, so they wanted to get into supermarkets as salespeople. So from the climatic conditions, or if you like look at the climate conditions, how that impacted the entire country, we had two different situations. Now one, okay, so plantation era, 90% of the export derive from tea. Years back, okay, years back we enjoy 90% of the exports from the tea, because we are still having a very good climatic condition, supportive for the agriculture, for the tea especially. And then 80% of the population lived in the rural agriculture villages, Mahavali, up country. Okay, so people were enjoying their life with plantations, cultivation. Okay, working in plantation companies, etc. uh, bigger shift bigger shift after we see since 2005, service industry continues to grow, and we see a bigger shift, people getting into service sector. Okay, and also garment factories were emerging. So as I explained earlier, people from up country, from the rural villages, they came to better pastures, migrating from the rural areas to different areas. Okay, particularly the coastal areas. Then yeah we experienced conflicts during the last 2 3 decades. Okay, various different conflicts that I don't want to get into these details, but we saw various different conflicts. This is single only principle, riots, and then we saw LTTE. Okay, then ceasefire, development. Okay, then this was 2004 tsunami, major major crisis that we felt. due to the environmental problems, environmental climatic conditions that change. Okay, so it hit actually, it took away 35,000 of people. Okay, 1 million people impacted. Economic condition, we saw a major economic setback in that period. So that's about the tsunami and its impact. Again, 2025, no one expected Ditwa. Ditwa wasn't an ordinary rain, but it was a major disaster. Okay, including 465 people death, and also you see 61,000 families displaced into emergency shelters within a couple of days. 1.5 million people impacted across all 25 districts. Okay, there was a toll on the psychological condition of the people as well. Not only money, not only people, not only assets, but also the mindsets, the psychological conditions of people as well. So, like we see from conflicts to disaster, technological advancement and its impact on the communities and people, development sector is evolving. The problems are getting into different shapes and sizes. Right. So to summarize that, we can see as a country we see physical dimensions of the country when it comes to the climatic changes, the impacts on the agriculture lands, radial river networks. We see river network. We are privileged of all this, but also we are very become very sensitive of all this now. Extreme monsoonal dependency. We depend on the rain, and the same rain actually turns into different shape and size. High coastal exposure across the perimeters. Okay, we have beautiful coastal belt around the country. Privileged to have fish and various seafood. Socio-political dimension, we see a 20-year civil war, and then we experience rapid transformation from agrarian to service economy. Bigger shift, as I mentioned. These are changes in the socio-economic conditions. People move from the rural area to a better pasture. Also, they start living in a different enjoying a different lifestyle with technology, with all these new life conditions, etc. Extreme demographic conditions. So what I want to say is all these dimensions are changing, whether it be technology, whether it be people's living condition, or whether it be geographical conditions, weather, right? Mobility, the way people think, exposure to the different opportunities, right? Yet again, another topic that we want to address. Of course, this was our brand. Aragalaya was our brand, Sri Lankan brand with a Sri Lankan origin. And we also enjoyed, or we witnessed that this brand was popular among other countries as well. This is all about system change. This is all about governance. This is all about better politics, policy decisions, how we can improve policies, how people are dissatisfied with the rulers, governing systems, etc. So I just talked about different aspects of development. It can be technological development, social development, community development as a original thinking that we work with people to develop communities. Okay, so uh, we can observe five different waves. Five different waves. Let's get into this each of these waves. As I summarized earlier, we see different development priorities in the country, different challenges. The problems that existed years back is no more, but it has evolved into different shapes. It has evolved into different shapes. So I would consider wave one, technology and AI. Technology and AI, major change. This presentation was done with AI. We use Team as a technology to interact, and we use WhatsApp to communicate. And whatever we do, it's connected to technology. And there were many researchers that prove that the technology will emerge and it will dominate. It will dominate. A very recent incident, I think it was, as I remember, yeah, it was a recent incident where uh, Elon Musk, Elon Musk talk about cryptocurrency in a commercial. In a commercial, he talked about that, and within a short period, people started funding for that business, new business opportunity, and all of a sudden they found that this is not a real business that was existing. It's a fake. It's a fake business operation created just for a while, and people earn money. Whoever started the business, they earn money and they vanished. Right. So we see different shifts in the development, as I mentioned earlier. We see technology, AI together is making a big change. Fake, deep fake videos, social engineering, various different things, good and bad. As I said, many good things are happening. Wave two is climate reality. Wave two is climate reality. We see a major changes in the climate and environmental conditions. Within the last couple of years, we experienced this a lot. As a small country surrounded by sea, we enjoy traveling from one location to another location, from Colombo to Nuwara, from Nuwara to Trincomalee. Okay, so beautiful. We enjoy traveling. We enjoy interacting with different cultures, people. But what happens with the climatic condition now? Entire upcountry is becoming a risky area. Most of the areas, like most of the upcountry area, is becoming risky for people to live. Okay, so people are compelled to move away from some of the traditional villages. Okay, so climatic reality is another major issue that we need to focus into when it comes to our development priorities. Also, a couple of years back, I was also part of some of these projects. Donald Trump said no more funding for any countries. USA completely closed. Okay, so donor landscapes are changing. People have different priorities for funding. That is again another issue, another challenge that we are facing. There were so much of funding for projects in Sri Lanka. Now we see organizations are shrinking. Many people, many organizations were existing, more than 3,000 development sector organizations, as I remember at one point. Now all these organizations shrinking to smaller organizations. And social complexity. Wave 4 is social complexity. We see systems failure, project failure, misunderstanding, behavioral science. People's behavior is, as we discussed earlier, right? Uh, Becoming arrogant, becoming very greedy. Okay, so things are changing. Decision making. Okay, and wave 5 is private sector. Okay, there again we have a lot of things to discuss about. I know this discussion is not particularly focusing on the development sector, but it's also connect to private sector as well, because it's a collaboration that we need to establish. So importantly, I would like to talk about the future possibilities, opportunities. So there are many opportunities when it comes to innovation. I was involved in a project recently. We talked about food wastage. Okay, food wastage. Okay, we waste a lot of food. Generally, when we buy banana, for example, we may need a couple of bananas, just three people, maybe six banana, more than enough. Okay, we second, third banana we don't eat, and we just keep the banana somewhere, and it'll in 2 days it'll become rotten. We don't use it. So ample opportunities for us to look into innovation as alumni members, as people who can think about this. It's an opportunity for us to collaboratively work on innovation. Okay, innovation on any aspects of the development, on the climate change, on the food systems, on education, on behavioral change, maybe on technological advancement and application of technology for innovation and sustainability, and importantly, collaboration. How we can collaborate on different aspects of development. I mean, I know people from, if you talk about this alumni only, we have various different caliber, okay, various different sectors together, various different specialties. Okay, so if we put all these together, the collaboration can help us to improve and capitalize on the new opportunities. So like I said, challenges are there in one side. Also, we have a lot of opportunities where we collaborate, we develop, we improve systems, we innovate, we provide new ideas as thought leaders. Okay, and technology. Like I mentioned, technology is everywhere. Technology is connecting everything, so we can make use of technology to uh, to enhance development sector, to support people, to improve conditions of the people, and more importantly, to sustain everything. Governance is something that we need to look into. So whoever we are, it's our responsibility to maintain, protect the governance system. I think something that we learned from Australia is also immensely contributed in contributing and contributed to think about the governance system that Australia has established. So again, we see a lot of improvements in the Asian countries in terms of challenging the governing systems, challenging the existing leadership styles. Okay, challenging the culture, technological advancement, how people used to mobilize people against the governments. Okay, how people used to share ideas on the reality, on systems, on weaknesses, and also possible improvements. So once again, all these five waves are hinting us that there are a lot of opportunities for us to work together in terms of innovation, collaboration, technological advancement, using technology for development and also governance. Right. This is a wonderful saying uh, by Pastor Martin Neumler. He said, first they came for the communities and I did not speak out. First, they came for the communities. I did not speak out because communist. Sorry, because I wasn't a communist. I wasn't a communist. He was silent. And then they came for the socialist, and I did not speak out because I wasn't a socialist as well. Then they came for the trade unionist. They targeted trade unionist, and I did not speak out because I wasn't a trade unionist. I am neither a communist nor a socialist, or I'm not into any trade union activities. Then they came for the Jews. I did not speak out because I wasn't a Jew. I wasn't a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. Sometimes we think development sector is somebody that they enjoy, all these NGOs. We have created the word NGO, right? So they say these are something to deal with NGOs, not connected to our business, nothing to do with the public sector, nothing to do with the private sector, right? And we see all disconnected silos. Okay, we are not there. We are just here. We have our own business, on family, on enjoyments, etc. Right? So problems are evolving, and sometimes we don't care about this problem. We, as we discussed earlier, we don't get much funding here, but there is a huge need for development. There is a huge need for us to think about development in different ways. There is a huge need for us to think innovative. There is a huge need for us to make use of the technology for the effective development of people and the nation. Right. So my last word, someone invested in our journey. For me, as Ismail Aziz, my parents have spent money, my government, my school, all that have contributed for my studies to become a person as I am here. Our education wasn't just a privilege to be enjoyed alone. It was an investment entrusted to us, including the Australian award that we enjoyed. It's an investment entrusted on us. So the question is not what did this opportunity give me. Of course, we enjoyed Australia. We enjoyed lot of exposure. We enjoy learning, lot of exposure. But also the bigger question is what will others gain because I received all these opportunities. With that, I would like to thank you for this opportunity. I wanted to share some insights about development sector and also how development sector is evolving and what could be our opportunities. What could we do collectively? What are the aspects that we can look into? So development sector is not just an isolated domain, but it connects everything. It connects people in all aspects of the life. Thank you so much for the opportunity once again. Any questions, any comments? I'm waiting for the comments, questions in the chat box. Thank you so much.
So, thank you very much, Mr. Aziz, for that insightful presentation. For me, one important takeaway from your presentation was the role of the social sciences as a common thread across development initiatives. So, we could now move into question and answer session. If anyone has questions, you are warmly welcome to unmute your mic or to put in the chat thread. We really appreciate your active engagement, everyone. Yes, there is a question, Mr. Aziz.
All right. Yeah, that's a
Yes,
good one because
yeah.
one important aspect I saw was soon after the pandemic. Soon after the pandemic, actually, people started to explore because even I think closer to 4 million people they started to talk about Zoom technology. The parents were not giving mobile phones to the hands of the children. Then that there was a big shift. This is one reason, and also as I mentioned, social engineering was a major thing when people are worried, people have problems. Somebody is always there to capitalize on that problem. That is another way because recently I came across an incident. One of my staff had a problem. She joined recently. She's from northern province. She joined recently and she was like panicking in the first couple of days as though she joined the company recently, but she was like not very comfortable working in that environment. She goes out, come back to the seat. So when I asked her, "What is your problem?" She said, "I invested on a paddy field, 5 acre paddy field. I wanted to cultivate, earn money. Then I had some major financial issues, so that I applied an online loan, online loan. So they offered an online loan just quickly as that, and within the next 10 days, she was asked to pay that back. That is the condition, and she couldn't make it. And they offered a uh, second loan as another facility. Then to see all these loans were given on certain condition, she then felt that all her social media accounts were compromised. Okay, so the financial difficulty, poverty, problems were one of the reasons for people to get into all this uh, hacking and all that. Lot of exposure. We have a lot of exposure, and the digital presence is everywhere. People enjoy that. Also, there is a danger. Hope that I responded. Any other questions, criticisms? Welcome.
we could wait for one more
Sure.
question and then walk towards our closing.
I would
If you
also
have
like
any, yeah,
any feedbacks or criticism that against my presentation. Yeah, I would
any
love to
other
see
comments? Yeah.
comments, feedbacks, criticisms, questions. Anything is accepted.
Since the clock is ticking, I think Mr. Ismail, we can conclude the session. Since I can't see any other questions on our chat. So I would like to extend a heartfelt appreciation to Mr. Ismail Aziz for sharing his valuable insights, and also Shenal from Australia Awards team for the technical assistance and all the support. I would also like to thank you all the participants for your engagement throughout the session, and also I would like to remind everyone that our next Alumni Talk session will be held on next Thursday, 23rd July from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the same time. So we look forward to seeing you again and continuing these important conversations with our alumni community. So thank you everyone for joining us today, and have a wonderful afternoon and stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ismail and everyone.